Hey friends, welcome or welcome back. It's Laura with Laura B Floss Tube. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is actually a segue into my oops video. So I messed up, and then I messed up doing the video because I was so beside myself that I forgot to do the intro. So hey, thanks so much for liking my videos, for subscribing, for sharing them out, and just for helping me grow the channel. I really appreciate all the effort you've put into that. And without further ado, we're gonna fast forward and look how I fixed my oops. Well, if you watched the last video for the Christmas tree quilt, you'll know that I had an oops. And I thought, what if someone out there would happen to do the same thing as me and have an oops too? Maybe I should share how I'm gonna fix my oops. So you might remember that I had two shapes once I started putting my rows together that I noticed that one of the shapes I put on there, I don't know if I ironed it on there wrong, if it fell off or what happened, but it was on there incorrectly and it wasn't gonna work with the rows sewn together because it was gonna overlap and it was gonna look stupid and I didn't like that. So what I have started to do and that I stopped was to remove the shape from my fabric, and then I'm just going to show you how I'm going to adjust it and get it lined back up correctly and fix my mistake. So I'm going to swing you down so you can see where I'm at, and we'll work through it together. Okay, so this is the shape that I'm taking off, and you might remember I'm a lucky girl because I am using a very large zigzag for appliquing my shapes onto the background. So this isn't going to be as bad as if I would have used like a blanket stitch or a satin stitch or something like that, or a tiny zigzag, thankfully. So basically what I did was I just went through with my seam ripper on the back side and cut threads all the way along here. You don't have to cut every single thread, but probably like every inch or so, you want to cut all of those. And then in theory, what I should be able to do is take my seam ripper on the front. I might even be able to take my finger and grab this thread and start pulling it out. And I'm not going to lie, this is not fun. This is not planned. This is not something I enjoy doing. But it sometimes is necessary when you mess up. I might be able to kind of pull that a little bit. You want to be careful because you don't want to cut your background fabric because, you know, it's kind of important for your design. I have a little bucket that I keep on my table that I throw my little strings and scraps into. This thread does not want to come out. It's like, no, I want to stay here. There we go. Well, at least that was a little better. Now remember we used free fuse to fuse our shapes down. And that's going to be good and bad for us because we're going to have to get that free fuse to let go. Typically I can pull it up. It doesn't fuse so tightly that you can't, with a little force, pull it off. But if it does, we can heat it back up. We can heat the shape back up with the iron and kind of get it, you know, soft again, and then it will pull right off. This tone on tone green, I'm not sure how much of this you're actually getting to see. I'm basically pulling the strings out. Oh, there we go. Good. Good deal. And it did release. Now, because I sewed this shape down everywhere here, and I'm probably going to use my pressing cloth just in case. And then I want to spray this with some best press and iron it to get rid of all those little pinholes from the sewing from before that was incorrect. And then we will get our shape lined up and put on the right place. To make this a little easier on myself to fix my mistake, I have just laid the 2 rows that will be affected on my table, and I've pinned them so I have my 1/4 inch seam allowance at a couple of these points. And then all I'm going to do is just go ahead and take my shape that I just took off and put it on here the way it needs to be. And hey, look at that, my deer aren't sideways when I do that, so that's a good sign. So I'm just going to move this where I want it, and then I'm going to pin this in place. I'm not going to do the free fuse this time. I'm just going to pin it down because, like I said, this is one shape that I'm doing. I'm not doing a ton of, a lot of shapes or anything. Now I could wait and I could I could sew the 2 rows together, and then I could sew this into place. But I think I just want to go ahead and get this fixed. So I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I pinned it in several places along here, and I'll take it over to the sewing machine and sew it down in the correct orientation. So yeah, that's how to fix an oops. There you go. Sometimes it has to be happy unstitching. So until next time, happy unstitching.